Gardening is more than just a hobby, it's a way to reconnect with nature, unwind, and create a sanctuary right in your backyard. From the delicate growth of seedlings to the blossoming of vibrant flowers, gardening provides a space for peace, creativity, and joy. Whether you're cultivating vegetables, herbs, or flowers, this guide will delve deep into the world of gardening, offering practical tips, insights, and inspiration for every level of gardener. Chapter 1: The history and cultural significance of gardening. Gardening has been practiced for thousands of years, with ancient civilizations using it for food production, medicine, and ornamental purposes. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, were an example of early gardening mastery, while in Asia, Zen gardens became spiritual spaces designed to promote meditation and peace. Today, gardening still holds cultural significance, symbolizing beauty, sustainability, and tranquility. Chapter 2: The physical and mental health benefits of gardening. Gardening is known to improve physical health by increasing strength, flexibility, and endurance. It's a low-impact form of exercise that works multiple muscle groups while reducing stress levels. Studies have shown that spending time in nature, digging in the soil, and interacting with plants can improve mood, lower blood pressure, and enhance overall mental well-being. Gardeners often report feeling a deep sense of satisfaction and calm after tending to their plants. Chapter 3: Understanding your gardening space. Before diving into gardening, it's essential to understand your space. Whether you have a small balcony, a sprawling yard, or a community garden plot, the type of garden you create depends on the available space. Consider the sunlight exposure, soil quality, and water availability. Some plants thrive in full sun, while others prefer partial shade, and having the right environment will make all the difference in their growth and health. Chapter 4: The fundamentals of soil health. Healthy soil is the foundation of any thriving garden. Different plants require different types of soil, but in general, well-draining, nutrient-rich soil is ideal. It's essential to test your soil's pH levels and amend it with organic matter, such as compost or manure, to improve its texture and fertility. Learning about the microorganisms that live in the soil, such as earthworms and beneficial bacteria, will also help you create an environment where your plants can flourish. Chapter 5: Choosing the right plants for your garden. Selecting the right plants for your garden depends on your climate, the amount of sunlight your space receives, and your personal preferences. Some popular choices for beginners include vegetables, tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, and lettuce are easy to grow and provide fresh produce for your kitchen. Herbs, basil, thyme, mint, and rosemary are perfect for small spaces and add flavor to meals. Flowers, sunflowers, marigolds, zinnias, and daisies brighten up any garden with their vibrant colors. Succulents and cacti, ideal for dry climates and low-maintenance gardens, these plants add interesting textures to your space. Chapter 6: Creating a sustainable garden. Sustainable gardening practices reduce the environmental impact of your garden and promote biodiversity. Some tips for a sustainable garden include composting. Turn kitchen scraps and garden waste into nutrient-rich compost to nourish your plants. Water conservation. Use rain barrels to collect water, and choose drought-tolerant plants to reduce water usage. Native plants. Choose plants that are native to your region, as they are better suited to the local climate and require less maintenance. Organic pest control. Avoid harmful chemicals by using natural predators, like ladybugs, to control pests, or plant companion plants that deter insects. Chapter 7: Planning your garden. Design. Creating a garden layout is one of the most exciting aspects of gardening. You can design your garden to suit your aesthetic preferences and functional needs. Some popular design styles include cottage gardens. These gardens feature a mix of flowers, vegetables, and herbs, often in an informal, whimsical arrangement. Formal gardens, characterized by symmetrical layouts, neat hedges, and geometric patterns. Formal gardens are perfect for those who prefer structure and order. Zen gardens, originating in Japan, these minimalist gardens feature sand, rocks, and carefully placed plants to promote meditation and mindfulness. Chapter 8: Seasonal gardening. Embracing nature's rhythms. Understanding the seasonal cycles of your garden will help you grow plants that thrive year-round. Here's a guide to seasonal gardening. Spring. This is the perfect time for planting cool season crops like lettuce, peas, and radishes, as well as starting summer plants like tomatoes and peppers indoors. Summer, harvest your spring crops and plant heat-loving vegetables like squash, cucumbers, and beans. Keep your garden well watered and mulched to retain moisture. Fall, plant cool season crops again and prepare your garden for winter by adding compost and mulch to enrich the soil. Winter, depending on your climate, you may be able to grow hardy plants like kale and spinach. Otherwise, focus on indoor gardening or planning for the next growing season. Chapter 9, Gardening for Wildlife. Gardens are a haven not just for plants but also for wildlife. By planting certain flowers and trees, you can attract bees, butterflies, and birds. Creating wildlife habitats in your garden, such as birdhouses, butterfly feeders, and bee-friendly plants like lavender and sunflowers, promotes biodiversity and helps local ecosystems thrive. A garden full of life adds movement, color, and beauty to your space. Chapter 10, Indoor Gardening, Bringing Nature Inside. Not everyone has access to outdoor space, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy gardening. Indoor gardening allows you to cultivate plants inside your home. Here are some options for indoor gardens. Herb gardens. Herbs like basil, mint, and parsley can be grown in small pots on your windowsill. Houseplants. Choose air-purifying plants like snake plants, peace lilies, and spider plants to improve your indoor environment. Vertical gardens. If you're short on space, a vertical garden or hanging planters can create a lush, green wall indoors. Chapter 11, Gardening as a Form of Meditation. Gardening can be a deeply meditative experience. The repetitive motions of planting, weeding, and watering help calm the mind, while the act of caring for living things brings a sense of responsibility and fulfillment. Mindful gardening involves being present in the moment, appreciating the sights, sounds, and smells of nature as you work. This connection with nature can provide peace and clarity, making gardening a therapeutic practice for many. Chapter 12, Common Gardening Challenges and How to Overcome Them. Gardening comes with its fair share of challenges, but with the right knowledge, they can be overcome. Some common problems include pests. From aphids to slugs, pests can damage your plants. Use organic methods like neem oil or diatomaceous earth to control them. Diseases, fungal infections and root rot can occur if plants are overwatered or if the soil is poor. Ensure proper drainage and use disease-resistant plant varieties. Weather, drought, frost, and heavy rain can impact your garden. Choose resilient plants and be prepared to cover delicate crops during extreme weather. Chapter 13, The Joy of Harvesting and Sharing. One of the most rewarding aspects of gardening is harvesting your crops. Whether you're picking ripe tomatoes or cutting fresh flowers, the act of gathering your garden's bounty brings a sense of accomplishment. Many gardeners find joy in sharing their harvest with friends, family, or neighbors, turning their gardening hobby into a way of building community. Chapter 14, Gardening as a Lifelong Passion. Gardening is a lifelong journey. As you gain experience, you'll develop a deeper understanding of plants, soil, and the rhythms of nature. Every season brings new challenges and triumphs, but the sense of peace, joy, and fulfillment that comes from working with the earth remains constant. Whether you're growing food, creating beauty, or simply finding a way to connect with the natural world, gardening is a rewarding and enriching practice that can be enjoyed for a lifetime. Chapter 15, Urban Gardening, Thriving in Small Spaces. For city dwellers, limited space can be a challenge, but urban gardening offers innovative solutions for growing plants in small areas. Vertical gardens, rooftop gardens, and container gardening are great ways to maximize space while still enjoying the benefits of gardening. Urban gardening also contributes to local ecosystems by reducing heat, improving air quality, and providing habitats for pollinators. Some tips for urban gardening include: 1. Vertical gardens. Use walls, fences, or specially designed structures to grow plants vertically. 1. Climbing plants like peas, cucumbers, and tomatoes work well. 2. Container gardens. Choose containers with good drainage, and ensure the plants receive adequate sunlight. 2. Herbs, flowers, and small vegetables are perfect for container gardening. 3. Rooftop gardens. Rooftops are great for larger gardens, but ensure they can bear the weight of the soil and plants. 3. Rooftop gardens can grow everything from vegetables to small fruit trees. Chapter 16. Permaculture Principles in Gardening. Permaculture is a design philosophy that mimics natural ecosystems to create self-sustaining, low-maintenance gardens. Incorporating permaculture principles into your garden ensures that it becomes more productive and eco-friendly over time. Key ideas include: 1. Diversity. Plant a variety of crops to improve resilience and attract beneficial insects. 2. Companion planting. Grow plants that support each other, such as bearing marigolds with tomatoes to deter pests. 3. Water management. Use swales, rain gardens, and greywater systems to manage and recycle water in your garden. Chapter 17. Hydroponics. Soil-free gardening. Hydroponics is an innovative gardening method that allows you to grow plants without soil. Instead, plants are grown in a nutrient-rich water solution. This system is ideal for indoor gardening or regions with poor soil conditions. Hydroponics offers faster plant growth and higher yields while using less water than traditional gardening. Here are a few types of hydroponic systems. 1. Deep water culture. Plants are suspended with their roots directly in a nutrient solution. 2. Drip systems. Nutrient solution is dripped onto the base of each plant, allowing it to be absorbed by the roots. 3. Nutrient film technique. A shallow stream of nutrient solution flows over the roots, providing constant hydration and nutrients. Chapter 18. The role of pollinators in gardening. Pollinators, such as bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds, are essential for plant reproduction and fruit production. Creating a pollinator-friendly garden increases biodiversity and enhances the health of your plants. To attract pollinators: 1. Plant native flowers. Choose varieties that bloom throughout the growing season, providing consistent food sources. 2. Avoid pesticides. Many chemical pesticides harm pollinators, so opt for natural pest control methods. 3. Provide water sources. Shallow dishes of water with stones for landing create safe drinking areas for pollinators. Chapter 19. Gardening as a community activity. Community gardens have become popular in urban and suburban areas, bringing people together to grow food and flowers. These gardens foster a sense of community, offer educational opportunities, and improve local food security. They are especially beneficial in neighborhoods with limited access to fresh produce. By sharing resources, knowledge, and labor, community members can work together to create productive and beautiful spaces. Chapter 20. Specialty gardening. Growing rare and exotic plants for adventurous gardeners. Cultivating rare and exotic plants adds a unique flair to the garden. Orchids, carnivorous plants, and tropical species provide a fascinating challenge. However, growing these plants requires special care, including specific humidity levels, temperatures, and soil conditions. Specialty gardening can be a rewarding way to learn about biodiversity and experiment with unique plant varieties. Chapter 21. Edible landscaping. Blending beauty with functionality. Edible landscaping combines ornamental and edible plants to create a garden that is both beautiful and productive. This approach allows you to grow fruits, vegetables, and herbs in a visually appealing way, integrating them into your existing landscape. Key plants for edible landscaping include: 1. Fruit trees. Apple, pear, and cherry trees add structure and beauty while providing delicious fruit. 2. Herbs. Lavender, rosemary, and thyme are attractive and aromatic while being practical for cooking. 3. Vegetables. Kale, Swiss chard, and ornamental cabbages can be grown as both decorative and edible plants. Chapter 22. Gardening for climate change resilience. As climate change impacts weather patterns, gardeners must adapt to more extreme temperatures, irregular rainfall, and shifting growing seasons. Strategies for climate-resilient gardening include: 1. Drought-tolerant plants. Succulents, cacti, and native grasses are ideal for dry climates. 2. Water conservation techniques. Implement drip irrigation, mulch, and rainwater harvesting to minimize water use. 3. hardier crop varieties. Choose plants that are resilient to changing weather conditions and can withstand both heat and cold. Chapter 23, Technology in Modern Gardening. Technological advancements have revolutionized gardening, making it more accessible and efficient. From smartphone apps that help track plant growth to automated irrigation systems, technology simplifies gardening tasks. Innovations include 1. Smart irrigation systems. These systems automatically water your plants based on weather forecasts and soil moisture levels. 2. Plant health monitors. These sensors track the moisture, pH, and nutrient levels of the soil, sending data to your phone to alert you when your plants need care. 3. LED grow lights. These lights provide the ideal spectrum of light for plant growth, making indoor gardening more efficient. Chapter 24, The Future of Gardening. Sustainable innovations. Looking ahead, gardening is evolving to address global challenges such as food security, sustainability, and climate change. Urban farming, vertical farming, and the integration of AI in agriculture are shaping the future of gardening. Sustainable innovations such as aquaponics, combining fish farming with hydroponics, and bio-intensive gardening, maximizing yield on small plots, are helping gardeners grow more food with fewer resources. Conclusion. Gardening offers a unique way to engage with nature, providing physical, mental, and emotional benefits. From the smallest indoor herb garden to the largest outdoor vegetable patch, anyone can experience the joy of watching life grow. As you cultivate your garden, you'll also cultivate a deeper appreciation for the environment and the cycle of life, all while creating a beautiful, sustainable space for yourself and others to enjoy.